Doug, polls show Biden with a healthy lead at this point, both nationally and in battleground states. But both candidates have decided to focus a lot of time and resources to the state of Pennsylvania in these final hours. Why is Pennsylvania so important right now?
It's critical because it's perhaps one of the most critical states in the so-called blue wall of northern industrial, the so-called Rust Belt states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. That trio, Trump flipped them to the Republicans in 2016, and it's really what delivered him that election victory over Hillary Clinton. Now, Michigan and Wisconsin right now, according to the polls, are pretty solidly in the Biden column. Pennsylvania is proving to be a tougher battleground, and Joe Biden himself has called it absolutely critical. He was born in Pennsylvania in the state of Scranton. He's campaigned very hard in Pennsylvania, as have the others. Now, we just heard in that report that Donald Trump only won by 44,000 votes in Pennsylvania in 2016, less than 1%. But the thing with Pennsylvania is a little bit like Florida, another key battleground. It's not just one state. It's really many mini states with many different demographics within a single state. You have a big rural constituency, which is largely pro-Trump. You have a big sort of white working class, white voters without a university degree, which are also very solidly behind Donald Trump. But then you have big cities and big media markets such as Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, where Biden will be campaigning as well. And those have very large minority votes, very large black African-American votes. These are the votes, the black votes, Latino votes, the young votes, the senior votes that Biden sees very much solidly in his column. But Donald Trump, like I said, has been chipping away into Biden's support. Yes, Donald Trump's support has been eroding in the suburban battlegrounds, the middle-class suburbanites who are still voting for Biden, it seems, but coming more and more towards Donald Trump. And he's also been showing signs of chipping in even into the black vote. It's not high. It's perhaps 10 to 13%, but that's up from single digits. All of these can be crucial factors. Pennsylvania going to be absolutely critical, along with Florida.
Pennsylvania also one of a handful of states that doesn't start counting mail-in ballots until Election Day, which means we might have a bit of a delay in knowing the full results. We've been hearing the president trying to sow a lot of distrust over the voting process this year, including how long it might take for ballots to be counted, that mail-in ballots are ripe for fraud, no proof of this. Why is he doing this? What's the strategy behind these comments?
The strategy is because the more people who vote by mail-in ballots are seen as overwhelmingly favoring Democrats. And Donald Trump, it is in his interest, the Republican Party's interest, to make sure that mail-in ballots are counted as little as possible and that the counting of them is ended as soon as possible. Now, there have been reports in the U.S. press in the past 24 hours that Donald Trump plans to declare premature victory even before the results have been formally certified by the states. He wants this election to be over on Election Day, on the night of November 3rd. Now, he's denying that he's going to declare early victory this morning. However, that said, right now, you're absolutely right that in the state I was just talking about, Pennsylvania, the Supreme Court in recent days has basically said that mail-in ballots, as long as they are postmarked on or before Election Day, can be counted up to 3 days after Election Day. Now, Donald Trump says, when has it ever happened in American history? That's not right, that the election goes on after Election Day. Actually, that is not true at all. That is simply a lie, a false claim. The fact of the matter is, while U.S. News outlets do make projections of results, it is the states, the secretary of each state in the U.S. that certifies results, and results are only certified after you've counted the mail-in vote. So the mail-in vote must be counted, but there are intensifying efforts and a lot of lawyers on the ground right now, both parties, but especially Republican lawyers who are seeking to thwart the counting of the mail-in votes, which could be critical this year, especially in a lot of swing states and especially in Pennsylvania, where a lot of people have not voted earlier, fewer than in other swing states, and there's going to be critical the turnout on Election Day.
A lot of people having flashbacks to 2000 in Florida and hoping we don't end up in the same situation. Doug Herbert, thank you so much for that analysis.